Good morning, students. Students, we will start today practice set 5.1. Let's see problem number 1. Diagonals of a parallelogram WXYZ intersect each other at point O. If angle XYZ is equal to 135 degree, then what is the measure of angle XWZ and angle YZW? If length OY is 5 cm, then length WY is question mark. That is to be found. So students, first of all you will draw a parallelogram, okay, and you will name it as WXYZ. Okay, diagonals intersect at O, and what is given to us is OY is 5 cm and angle XYZ 135. Now let's apply the properties that you have learned about parallelogram. First thing, if you look at here, angle XYZ is 135 and you are asked angle XWZ, that is the angle opposite to the same angle. Okay, now we have studied the property that opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. So let's write down opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Okay, so you'll write opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Therefore, angle XWZ is equal to angle XYZ. That means angle XWZ is equal to 135 degrees. So that is what we required. Also, we have been asked angle angle YZW. Now another property that we know is adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Isn't it? In the previous video we studied these properties also. So adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. What is meaning of this? It means the sum of adjacent angles will be 180 degree. So you will write here angle YZW plus angle XYZ is equal to 180 degree. So angle YZW plus XYZ is already given to us 135. So let's write here 135 equals to 180 degree. So angle YZW is 180 minus 135. So after subtracting you are getting here 45 degrees. Okay, so we got the two things, angle XWZ and angle YZW. Is it clear? Now the last thing that we are asked is find length of WI, that is length of diagonal WI, if OI is 5 cm. So let's use another property. Diagonal of parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, bisect each other means WO is equal to OY. That means WO is equal to OY. So it means WY, that is diagonal WY, is twice of the OY. Okay, so we can write here length of WY is equal to 2 times length of OY. Okay, that means 2 times length of OY is given to us 5 cm. So you can put here OY is equal to 5. Then 2 5s are 10 centimeter. Okay, so we get all three values. We were asked angle XWZ 135 we have got. Using property opposite angles are congruent. Then adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. So using that we found XYZ is 135. So YZW is 180 minus 135, that is 45. Okay. And finally, using property, diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. We get the diagonal WY is 10 centimeter. Okay. So students, we have utilized three properties of parallelogram here. You can see opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent, adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary, diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Okay. Now students, let's start with problem number 2. In a parallelogram ABCD, if angle A is given 3x plus 12, angle B is 2x minus 32, then find the value of x and then find the measure of angle C and D. Okay, so you can now see parallelogram ABCD, angle A is 3x plus 12, B is 2x minus 32. So before we find C and D, we need to find x. Now you can see here angle A and B, they both are adjacent angles. And what is the property regarding adjacent angle? Adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. That means sum of these two angles is 180 degree. So let's apply this property. We will write here adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, that means angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. What is angle A? 3x plus 12. Angle B is 2x minus 32. Okay, so sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Now let's simplify. You can add 3x and 2x, so it becomes 5x. 12 minus 32 becomes 20, and this is equal to 180. So 5x is equal to, this minus 20 will come to this side, so it becomes 180 plus 20. 5x is equal to 200, and if we divide by 5, 5 4s are 20, 5 zeros are 0. So this was our first requirement, x is equal to 40. Okay, now using this data we can find angles A and B and henceforth C and D. Okay, so let's see. Now you can write here angle A is equal to 3x plus 12. Okay, that is 3 multiplied by 40 plus 12, that is 120 plus 12. Okay, so you get here 132 degrees. Similarly, angle B, which is 2x minus 32, so you get 2 multiplied by 40 minus 32, that is 80 minus 32, and then you get here 48 degrees. So students, now you know angle A and B. Angle A is 132, angle B is 48. But in question what you are asked? You are asked angle C and D. So let's correlate A and B with C and D. Now we will use another property. Opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Okay, so opposite angles are congruent. That means angle A is equal to angle C, angle B is equal to angle D, and we already know angle A 132 and angle B 48 degrees. Okay, so that means now you know all four angles: A and C 132 degree, B and D 48 degrees. Okay, so again you can see here we have applied here properties. Adjacent angles are supplementary and opposite angles are congruent. These are the two properties of parallelogram. Students, now start problem number 3. Perimeter of a parallelogram is 150 centimeter. One of its sides is greater than the other side by 25 centimeter. Find the length of all sides. So students, now you can see here, if we assume that ABCD is a parallelogram, so one of the side, adjacent side, is 25 centimeter greater. So let's assume that one of the side is X, so other side is going to be X plus 25. But you know that opposite sides are congruent. So if I write BC X plus 25, that means AD is also X plus 25. And AB I have assumed as X, so obviously CD is also going to be X centimeter. Okay. Now you already know that perimeter means sum of all sides. So students, now we can apply this property here. So we start with the assumption. Let quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. So students, we assume here quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Let AB is equal to X centimeter. So BC is equal to X plus 25 centimeter. So according to given data, if I assume any one of the side as X, so other side is 25 centimeter greater, right? So now using property, opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Okay. So now I can write here AB is equal to CD equals to X centimeter, AD equals to BC equals to X plus 25 centimeter. So now I can write here perimeter of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to AB plus BC plus CD plus AD. Okay, you can also write 2 times sum of adjacent side, but here we are making it to more simple, just writing sum of all 4 sides. Okay, so now perimeter of quadrilateral ABCD is already given 150, and lengths of all 4 sides we have assumed here as X plus X plus 25, because BC is X plus 25, CD is X, and AD is also X plus 25. So let's simplify this expression. X is 4 times, so by adding X 4 times I will get 4X, and 25 plus 25 I will get 50. You can write this as 150 minus 50 is equal to 4x, 100 is equal to 4x, so x is equal to 100 divided by 4, so we are getting x is equal to 25. So you can write here x plus 25 is equal to 25 plus 25, that is 50. Okay, so if x is 25 and x plus 25 is 50, that means the opposite sides are also having same measure. So you can write here, therefore AB is equal to CD equals to 25 centimeter, AD equals to BC equals to 50 centimeter. So we get all four sides of parallelogram. Okay, so see what are the properties that we have used here. Opposite sides of parallelogram are congruent. Okay, and perimeter of any quadrilateral is sum of all four sides. So this is what we use here to make this as equation. After solving, you are getting value of x, and hence you can write lengths of all four sides. Okay, students, let's start problem number 4. If the ratio of measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram is 1:2, find the measures of all angles of the parallelogram. Okay, so ratio of two adjacent angles. So let's assume that we have a parallelogram PQRS. Okay, P and Q, they are adjacent angles. So let's write here ratio is equal to 1:2. So if I have a ratio, I can assume common multiple. Let common multiple be x. So a common multiple which can be multiplied to the ratio. Therefore, adjacent angles are x degrees and 2x degrees, because x multiplied to 1 is x, x multiplied to 2 is 2x. So whenever you know the ratio of sides or angles, you can use this method. Assume a common multiple, any variable like x, and then multiply to the values of the ratio. 1 into x, x, 2 into x, 2x. That means now you know two angles here, x degrees and 2x degrees, and both angles are adjacent angles. So question is find the measure of all angles. Now students, you know that opposite angles are congruent. Okay, so you can write here opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. So you can write here angle P is equal to angle R is equal to x degrees, angle Q is equal to angle S is equal to 2x degrees. Let's assume this as statement 1. Okay, now you can write here adjacent angles are supplementary. Therefore, angle P plus angle Q is equal to 180. Supplementary means sum is 180. Now put the value. P is x, Q is 2x is equal to 180. You can simplify this linear equation. 180 divided by 3, 3 6 are 18. So you get x is equal to 60. Therefore 2x is equal to 2 multiplied by 60, that is 120 degree. Therefore from expression 1, what we can write? Angle P is equal to angle R is equal to x. And what is x we have found? 60 degrees. Okay. Angle Q is equal to angle S is equal to 2x. And what is 2x we have found? 120 degrees. You write here 120 degree. So we get all four angles of parallelogram PQRS. Okay. So students, here name of the parallelogram was not given, so you can assume any name from your side. Like I assumed here PQRS. You can assume ABCD or whatever. Okay. So again we use here property, opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent and adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay. Students, let's start problem number 5 from 5.1. Diagonals of a parallelogram intersect each other at point O. If AO is 5, BO is 12 and AB is 13, then show that quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. So you can write given data from the question and what is to be proved, that is ABCD is a rhombus. Now let's see what is given to us. We have made here parallelogram ABCD, diagonals AC and BD intersect at O. Now AO is given as 5, BO is 12 and AB is 13. Okay. Now using this data, we have to prove that this parallelogram is a rhombus. Now let's recall property of rhombus. A rhombus has all four sides equal. That means I must get AB, BC, DC and AD equal. This is one of the thing. Or diagonals of rhombus are perpendicular bisector of each other. This is another property of rhombus. So if I can get any one of these, then obviously we can prove that ABCD is a rhombus. So students, let's start with the given data. We have written it in the format statement and reason. Okay, so whatever statement you write here, you can write as a reason. Okay, whatever statement you will give, you have to give reason for it. Okay. Now first of all, we will write here AO is equal to OC, that is equal to 5. BO equals to OD, that is equal to 12. Reason you will write here is diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. So bisect means dividing in equal parts. So BO is 12, so OD is also 12, and if AO is 5, then OC is also 5. Okay, so one of the thing that we get here, the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, now the next thing is, let's assume triangle AOB. In triangle AOB, now you know three sides, 5, 12 and 13. So let's check whether this is a right angle triangle or not. Okay, because you want to prove that diagonals are perpendicular bisector. So let's check. We will take first longest side, that is AB. So AB square is equal to 13 square, that is 169. Then remaining two sides you have to square and add. So 5 square plus 12 square, that is 25 plus 144 is 169. So you can see here students, sum of square of the two sides is equal to square of the third side. So you can write here, therefore AB square is equal to AO square plus BO square. Therefore triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. Okay. By converse of Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem says that in a right angle triangle, sum of square of the perpendicular sides is equal to square of hypotenuse. So if I am getting this statement, that is square of the biggest side is equal to sum of square of remaining two sides, so obviously the triangle is going to be right angle triangle by converse of Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so now what is meaning of this? If it is a right angle triangle and AB is the longest side, that means the angle opposite to AB is going to be right angle, isn't it? So you can write angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so you can write here, therefore AC is perpendicular to BD. This is statement number 2. Let's make this as statement number 2. And diagonals bisect each other. You can write this as statement number 1. Okay, so students, 1 says that diagonals bisect each other and 2 says that diagonals are perpendicular. So you can write here, diagonals of quadrilateral ABCD are perpendicular bisector of each other. Okay, so you can write here reason from 1 and 2. So you can say here that quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so because diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other, so quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Okay, so you can have a look at this sum again. We have given ABCD is a parallelogram using which we can say that diagonals are bisector of each other. Then we prove that triangle AOB is a right angle triangle using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, that means angle AOB is right angle. So AC is perpendicular to BD. Hence, diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. So finally, we can write quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Students, let's start with problem number 6. In figure, you can see quadrilateral PQRS and quadrilateral ABCR, two parallelogram. If angle P is 110, then find measure of all angles of quadrilateral ABCR. Okay, so let's see here. First we will observe here the figure, then we can proceed. Now if you look at only PQRS, then you can see here that angle P and R, they are opposite angles. So you know that opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. So you can write here angle R is 110. Okay, now let's forget about PQRS. Now look at ABCR. Now it is a parallelogram already given and angle R is opposite to B. That means angle B is 110. So students, you can see here that you now found two angles of quadrilateral ABCR. So remaining are angles A and C. Now you know that adjacent angles are supplementary. So you can find angle A, and once you can find angle A, you can find angle C also, because opposite angles are congruent. So let's start. First of all, you will write here opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent. Okay, So you can write in quadrilateral PQRS, angle P is equal to angle R is equal to 110 degrees. Okay, so you get here angle R 110. So you can write here in quadrilateral ABCR, angle B is equal to angle R. Now angle R is 110, that means angle B is also going to be 110 degrees. Okay, so using this property that opposite angles of parallelogram are congruent, you can write P and R are equal, B and R both are equal. Now next you will write here adjacent angles of parallelogram are supplementary. Okay, so adjacent angles are supplementary, that means A plus B is 180 degrees. So angle A plus angle B is 180. Angle B is already known, 110. So you can write angle A is equal to 180 minus 110, that is angle A is equal to 70 degrees. Okay, so angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 70 degrees. Same reason, opposite angles of parallelogram. Is it clear? So you got all four angles. You can write your answer once again. In quadrilateral ABCR, angle A is equal to angle C is equal to 70 degree. Angle B is equal to angle R is equal to 110 degrees. So this was the requirement. You were asked to find all four angles of parallelogram ABCR. So students, we have completed 6 sums from practice set 5.1. 7th sum is omitted from this exercise. So we have completed today practice set 5.1. You have to complete this revised theorem that we did in the previous video, and also you will get assignment after the video. You have to complete that. Okay, thank you students.